let's now get to the budgeting. Okay, I'm just going to share the different types of the budgets, of personal budget, specifically personal budget. Okay, we have the 50-30-20. The 50-30-20 is whereby you spend 50% for your needs, 30% for your wants, and 20% for your savings, investments, and debt. Are you able to assess how yours works? Is it close to that, or how is your budget? I'd love to know. Maybe you can put a comment there and tell us how your budget is. Okay? The second budget is zero-based budget, and this is whereby you allocate all your income to different expenses and you're left with zero. So the zero budget is whereby you allocate all your income to different expenses or the different budget items. Let me not say expenses because sometimes they are not expenses. They're different budget items. For instance, the saving, the investment, the wants, the needs, and all that. Okay, that helps a lot. Actually, that is one of the best budgets because you'll not be left with money wondering, what do I do with this extra? What do I do? Every month you have a new strategy. If you have a proper budget which is working, you'll never find yourself with extra money because you'll never find yourself having extra money because even the items that you need, either the clothes that you're shopping, anything that you're shopping for has already been catered for in your budgeting plan. Yeah, so that is what makes the whole lot of difference. Okay, so I can highlight the pros, the highest pros of the budgets. 50-30-20 is for beginners who want a simple framework. Okay, and it is easy to follow and flexible. Okay, the only disadvantage is that it's not for high lifestyle. Always remind you that you have to stick to your budget and to your allocation. So for the zero-based budget, how it works, every shilling is allocated to, I don't want to say an expense, to a budget item because savings and investments cannot be so classified as an expense. Okay, it is best for people who strict control and want to know exactly where their money goes to, like I had said before. Okay, no wasted money, promotes intentional spending. Okay, it is time consuming, but it is not. If you ask me, it is not, because if you have a tracker, you already know how much you need to spend for what and just need to update. If you have a proper plan, it's not time consuming. But if you don't have a proper plan, it can take a lot of time. Okay, the other one is a cash budget or envelope budgeting, and it works by having different envelopes allocating to specific things, say your grocery, your transport, your food, everything in cash money in an envelope. So you find yourself spending slowly and you track it from your envelopes. So if it reduces, it stops you from incurring more because your envelope has run out or it's about to run out before maybe it's even the next time you're earning your next income. So how does it work? Puts cash into envelopes labeled, like I have said. When the envelope is empty, no more spending. Let me know if this is something you can consider or you have tried. I honestly feel it's an easy one because you just pick money and the allocation you have is for how long. So you kind of have to be disciplined to keep up with this particular budget. Okay, it is good for those people who are spenders but are limited by visibility. They are seeing the money, so they will know when it's running out and when they're overspending. Yeah, it builds discipline, reduces impulse buying, and it just helps you to stick to your budget. What are the cons? It is less practical in this current cashless economy. Yeah. The other budget is pay yourself first. How does it work? Set aside a fixed portion for your savings and investments before paying your bills or spending your money, which we always say is you pay yourself first before paying your bills. You're the one who has worked for the money. Why are you paying your bills first? Yeah. It is best for people who are struggling to prioritize savings. It ensures consistency in saving and automation, because most likely you'll find someone is finding it easier to automate. Cons: needs discipline to live on the remaining amount. Yeah, so you have saved, you have invested. Now you need to know how to survive on the balance that you have. Yeah, this more or less works like the 50-30-20, because you have already allocated. It's cast on stone, such that even if your income increases, that that aspect will also be adjusted accordingly. Okay, so there is the 80-20 budget. This is where 80% goes to your expenses, 20% goes to your savings and investments. Okay, so how does it work? Like I have just explained. Yeah, and it is for people who want a low effort system, and it's very simple, and it ensures you have saved on the 20%. Okay, the cons is that it doesn't control spending patterns. It is easy to overspend. So you can, the moment you take away your 20%, it leaves the other balance, which is 80%, free for spending. So however you spend, it doesn't allocate the priority to wants, to needs, and all that. Okay, yeah, so for today I'll focus on those budgets. So key takeaways: if you're just starting, do 50-30-20 or the 80-20. If you want control, go to zero based or envelope. If you are focused on goals, try pay yourself first or goals first. If you prefer flexibility, use a value-based budget. I'll just highlight 2 more budgets so that you're not left behind as to. I have mentioned 2, value-based and priority goals first budget. So what is a value-based budget? You spend more on what you truly value, cut ruthlessly on what doesn't matter. That of course means your saving, investments, and your basic needs are your key, and then the wants, the luxuries, they can follow. Okay, then it's best for minimalists and lifestyle driven savers. The pros: aligns money with life priorities and flexible. Cons: needs strong self-awareness and discipline. Okay, because we have different definitions of value, so maybe what is valuable to me may be different from what is valuable to someone else. Yeah, so the next one is priority or goal first budget. How does it work? Assign money to your financial goals like emergency fund, debt payoff, investments. Then you pay your bills with whatever is left. Okay, it's best for people chasing financial milestones. And the pros, it fast tracks, it keeps your motivation high. Cons, may feel restrictive if your goals are too ambitious. Sometimes we have those over ambitious goals that lead us into crisis, you know. Yeah, I think I have highlighted the different budgets. I'd love to know the one that you are practicing right now, because I'm not sure you have ever paid attention to the kind of budget that you have. I've seen some comments, so let me be looking at them as you comment also. For any comments you're leaving down there, just know I'm taking notes. Regarding future topics. I've noted your topic, Mimi, so it will come up in a subsequent live. Okay, so I'm giving you a few minutes to just digest what we have discussed. Welcome Teddy. I don't want anyone to be left behind or